podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. You can now get $400 off every window and $800 off every entry and patio door from now until the end of August. That's $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. Call 717-727-7558 or visit rbacentralpa.com/deals to get more information. Remember, deal ends August 31st. The Philadelphia region continues to grapple with flash car rallies. Meanwhile, a proposal would let civilians pursue potential child predators. Oh, those weren't mountain lions, by the way. Plus, a man put out a fire with nothing but the shirt on his back. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in a PA. Cops throughout the Philadelphia region are grappling with flash car rallies, reports PennLive.com. Middletown officers put a stop to one crowd of hundreds of people who plan to show off their illegally enhanced rides with some stunt driving a couple of weeks ago, and a Levittown teen is accused of fatally hitting a pedestrian while drag racing just a few days before that. These types of rallies happen regularly all over the area, and, according to Philly Burbs, tend to leave traffic jams, loud noises, reckless driving, and damaged property in their wake. They also, such as that case with the Levittown teen, can be fatal. A concrete plan on how to adequately mitigate this issue remains unconfirmed. State Representative Jim Gregory thinks law enforcement officials are often unable to devote the necessary time or resources to catch, quote, the multitude of predators who prowl the internet for vulnerable children, reports the Pennsylvania Capital Star, which is why he proposed legislation that would allow for civilians to help authorities catch would-be predators. Drafted in consultation with the Blair County DA's office, this bill would eliminate the requirement for someone posing as a minor victim to be law enforcement, opening up the opportunity to regular people. The proposal doesn't, however, make the law's implementation clear, and also fails to address the possible problems of people being misidentified in sting operations. Regardless, Gregory claims the rise of civilians taking it upon themselves in recent years to catch predators reflects a larger frustration over how such crime is handled, as cops and DAs deal with workforce shortages. PennLive reporter John Lucy actually interviewed one of these civilians, the Luzerne County predator catcher, which you can feel free to check out in the podcast article. Those quote-unquote large cats spotted in York County the other day weren't mountain lions, states PennLive. Yesterday's episode mentioned how the seemingly oversized felines seen around Spring Garden Township last Wednesday had people a-Twitter, as many thought they were the species that's, on record, been long gone from Pennsylvania. Alas, the State Game Commission, after their own investigation, confirmed that they were most likely just house cats. Mountain lions haven't had any confirmed sightings in Pennsylvania for quite some time, although the commission continues to get hundreds of reports every year. Thank you, by the way, to those who emailed me about this story. It was very interesting to hear what you guys had to say about it. Ed Nuttall was watching Zambelli's Sky Blast fireworks extravaganza in Pittsburgh after the Pirates game on Saturday from the comfort of his boat, says CBS Local Pittsburgh. The fireworks were lighting up the sky over PNC Park, and everything was going quite smoothly. That is, until one firework went rogue and hit the roof. Nuttall watched on in shock as flames broke out on top of the stadium, and was in even more shock when he saw a man, later confirmed to be a technician at the stadium, take off his shirt and beat the fire out. The name of the man hasn't been released, but, in the words of Nuttall, quote, they owe this guy a raise. That wraps up today's episode. For even more Pennsylvania news and beyond, pay a visit to PennLive.com. Also, please remember to leave this podcast a rating and to share it with someone you think would like it too. Thank you much, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Today in a PA.
This
podcast is sponsored by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. You can now get $400 off every window and $800 off every entry and patio door from now until the end of August. That's $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. Call 717-727-7558 or visit rbacentralpa.com/deals to get more information. Remember, deal ends August 31st.